this what happens to me. And Laser, why do you die? Speaking of this, sir, why are you the first one to always die? No, why are you always first one to always die? No, why are you the first one? No. Stop trying to save Jug.
Yep, listen, that round.
No.
Right.
What happened that round?
Who's watching me at this late of a time? You bubblegum dumb looking people, go to sleep.
When I was shooting,
The weirdos.
I tried to, to rotate out the box.
I already killed Jules.
You know what I'm saying?
They're looting the ball.
Hold on. But we gotta make a bet now.
Huh?
Next time, find a bet.
What you
Whatever I want, every nigga can make it. That's it, in there. You gotta
This guy's a sweat. You died first, faggot. Shut up.
Laser's the worst one. Why are you always dying first, Laser?
bottles.
get an Uber, take your down to the
Laser,
liquor
answer my
store
question.
and get me a bottle.
Deal.
Let's go, baby. Sweet dog.
Laser, explain that.
I'm not gonna play a match right now.
Sorry.
You can't use this weapon to
I'm on YouTube for a little. Bear box line. I'm gonna have my mic off, so if you want me to tell me something, just text me. Bro, why'd Evelyn leave? Stay in the party for a little bit longer. I'll keep my mic on though. So you don't.
Why is everybody asking me?
Here you go, you can have it. Okay.
But you said like 8 people that added me? I got 23 people adding me.
Whoa. I can't even count that high.
Why'd you leave?
Wait. So much friends.
That's so cute.
Hey, Tika.
Yeah?
I'm trying to be a streamer because you
Guys, I'm Axiom, just the video editor for today. No, I'm not simple by any means. He just forgot to make an intro today, so he told me I should just make something myself. This video is a straight banger. Found this really thirsty kid on
I'll be back, yo. I'm about to. I'm gonna turn my mic off for a
Drop a
little.
like and a comment on this video, and to never miss videos like these again, subscribe to Simple. And if for some random reason you want to check me out, but you don't have to, so just enjoy the video. And lastly, use code SIP at the Fortnite item shop and roll the video.
Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, you're thick.
I'm thick.
Yeah. You trying to fuck?
I mean, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Shit, I'm 17. Kind of like a 3-year gap.
Okay, trust me, you will like it.
For real? How many dudes have you fucked?
I don't want to talk about that. Well, you know, but just, I want to fuck you, okay?
What?
Just come on. Jesus Christ. I don't know what you're talking about, like, I'm just trying to fuck.
I swear, no way.
You gonna ride it?
Alright, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, do you like nuts?
I like you.
But do you like nuts?
Yeah, for real, for real.
Thank you. That's why I love you.
Let me see. Come here, come here.
It's a better
Yeah, I'm coming.
Already?
Oh, fuck.
You know what? I know, bend over.
Oh, shit. We gotta go.
Your IQ is huge. There's a controller. There's a shotgun.
You're too cute.
I fucking suck. Do you wanna play?
Yeah, sure.
I missed you.
I didn't know.
Let's do another duo or something. I wanna be with you.
Alright, can we fuck as well? You better say yes.
Or else what?
I'll just fuck you.
That's rape. That's illegal.
And I say no about it.
You can go to jail for that. That's not good. You have an accent. Where you from?
I'm going to Sweden.
You are?
You want a Swedish steak? Oh shit.
I mean, I like Swedish fish. Alright, we're gonna shit on everyone in Pleasant. Nah, but we're gonna shit on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna shake your mouth.
What?
You're nuts. You're fucking nuts.
Look at that boy.
Yeah. Bouncy. Nice. That's what I like to see. I feel what?
Did you fuck take that chick?
Oh, I think he's going for puberty.
You don't even know what puberty is.
So,
Yo, what's going on, guys? Axiom here, just the editor today. Simple still can't figure out how to make an intro. I can't believe it either. I don't really know what to say here. So, there's Banana, there's a Bulldog, there's a Gorilla. I'm also the Gorilla. I seriously don't know what I'm doing anymore. Since you're here right now, subscribe, like, comment, follow me on Twitter, use code SIP at the Fortnite item shop. Roll the video.
Hello? Fuck out. Hello? Yo, who are you talking to? Girl? No, don't worry about it. Wait, are you a girl?
I think. Do you wanna check?
Yes, please.
How
You got
old
an Insta? I'm 13.
Maybe. If people don't tell you.
I mean, I'm 15,
That's a Jade.
what do you mean? I'm 16.
That's still illegal.
Not where I live.
But it's where I live. How old are you really?
16, like I said.
I sound God.
On Bob.
That's my line.
What do you mean?
I sound Bob. What the fuck?
I don't know what you're talking about. How am I
No,
supposed to?
I sound Bob. Oh. I'm sticking my hands in you.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm running.
He's dead. I'm low-key for rat.
Yeah, you're insane.
I know.
So, basically my voice is just really high.
Why?
I don't know. So, what do you think about pro players?
They're pro players.
Would you ever be attracted to one?
I mean, if he's cute,
What if I told you I won $10,000?
you're a liar.
On God.
So can you be my sugar daddy?
Maybe if we're in this game.
No, aren't you complicated?
We'll see.
I'm gonna prove to you that I'm a character. Dude, You're horrible. I mean, you're good. You're so crap.
What?
I said you're good. Take it really.
Capping.
I'm not capping. You are. You're crap.
I'm trash.
I know. I mean, no, you're not. So what'd you win $10,000 in?
Which rival?
So you went like.
Let's just say I'm clouded.
You're not. So what you?
I'm sorry, what happened? Alright, let's win this game.
So you tried to be my Fortnite boyfriend?
I mean, yeah, if you're down.
But you gotta send me those every day.
Got you. Yes.
What do you mean?
You weren't supposed to.
I wasn't supposed to hear that. What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Just don't worry about it. Alright? Just focus on this game.
But I love you.
I love you too, baby.
I love you more.
No, I love you more.
I love you more. Hey, figure right?
Today's QI.
Silly. Oh shit.
For real?
Anna?
Yes, baby.
No, where do you wanna go?
To your house.
That's what I said. Now
Sorry,
you stealing my line?
Sorry, it's a cute line.
No, but like, where do you wanna go?
Let's go salty.
Oh, but I wanna go on your path.
We can arrange that. For real.
Wait, how old are you?
15.
Damn, I'm 12.
That's cute. Just kidding, that's weird. How old are you? For real?
I'm 16.
Hey, I have a question. What size bra do you wear, cutie?
You first.
Me first? I wear a double D.
Wait, we're twinsies.
Twinsies? Oh my god, no way. I want to see.
Where do you live? What's the
That's a secret. I have your
your address
you.
works too.
Yeah, the address? Okay, then. I'll send it to you. Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
Okay, but I also need my news.
Okay. There's paper on me.
That's not the only thing that's on you, huh?
Damn.
My hands are about to be all over you.
That's cute.
You're cute.
You're cuter.
I'm hard.
Hard.
No. Like, I'm hard to get.
Hard to get. I'll get you.
It's like hard to get.
I'm gonna get you.
I suck and swallow.
You swallow.
You're loud.
Oh, you're cute.
You're cute.
You kill him, I'll give you a kiss.
Anyhow, baby.
I'm dead.
A recon
Come
expert
save me,
died.
cutie.
How did a recon expert die?
I was paying attention to how hot you were.
Aww.
If you
Are
kill
they
him,
good?
I'll give you a cat smooch. But your skills, cutie?
Did you smoke?
No.
Because you can do that again.
Oh shit, I will later.
How long is later?
Can you come over?
When you want me to
You
come
let
over?
me, whenever you want.
I'm so scared.
Yo, you're cracked. You got this, cutie. Damn, look
I
at
was
you
literally
go.
3 health.
Look at you go.
Thank you, queen.
That was so high, oh my god.
You're making me wet. I mean, hard. I mean,
Wow.
I mean,
Let
dry.
me see. Question mark?
Lifeguards swing into crowd control. Celebrities wash into Bondi as often as the tide. This time, it's hip-hop superstar Snoop Dogg.
Just trying to see if I can see him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him. He's got a 3/4 length white sort of jacket on with like stripes on it.
Harry isn't as hip as he hoped. This is Snoop Dogg. That's his bodyguard. Snoop's at Bondi for an MTV shoot with Hollywood starlet Sophie Monk. And some other girls having a little trouble keeping their tops on.
It's a bit of a spectacle down here, as you can see. So it's all happening.
Snoop's chosen to visit one of the most popular places in Sydney, but his miners decide they don't like other people snooping.
Pretty big guys down here, so I'm not going anywhere near him. Maybe I'll just run up and give him a kiss or something and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. After a quick sniff around Bondi, Snoop Dogg and his heavyweight hounds head for the hills, leaving Chapo without an autograph.
Yeah, it was very disappointing, I suppose, but, you know, it's showbiz, I suppose. You can't be bigger than showbiz.
It's New Year's Eve, and the Bondi party season is reaching a crescendo. As the beautiful people are flat out touching up their tans, there's a sudden commotion. The world's most famous party girl is in town. Sensing imminent danger, lifeguards spring into action.
Guys, so we can go at North Bondi. Maybe we can just check it out, make sure there's probably right on down there.
New trainee Dunstan and Whippet selflessly volunteer to protect public safety.
It's pretty funny seeing Whippet run because you only know he's running for one thing. It's normally,
see someone famous.
I've never seen Whipper get on the south side for 5 years. The visit has the beach in a frenzy. Now Whippet has a chance to get up close and personal with Paris. Perhaps it's the perfect match.
What are y'all screaming at?
Yeah, I'm having a big party tonight.
Whippet, normally never short of a word, is speechless.
I'm taking Michael.
H. Paris is a place, not a person. It's just another day at Bondi.
Is that the highlight of your lifeguarding career so far, Donald?
That's pretty much retired right now, happy man.
But it's sad, life. That's a highlight.
To meet Heidi Klum is like, you know, once in a lifetime kind of thing. I've watched Victoria's Secret shows as a kid growing up. I know that as a kid, probably an adult. Now, Bisho and Whippet are joining Heidi in a photo shoot for the German supermodel's clothing label. She's got an undie label, she's coming down and we're just taking photos with her. I wanted a couple of young, fit Bondi lifeguards to shoot with, so that chose us for some reason. Mouse is concerned he's not quite male model quality today. A few days before the photo shoot, I had some physio done with some suction cups, and basically my whole body was just a big bruise, and I was looking absolutely terrible for it. But Whippet has his own image problems. He had a spare 10 minutes before Heidi Klum's arrival, so he's bolted out for a surf, and he's actually got stung across the face by a blue bottle. After mocking numerous people yesterday for it. One lifeguard who always maintains peak condition for just these opportunities is Harry's. Harry's turned up as well, and he loves this stuff. He's born for this stuff. He loves this stuff more than lifeguarding or anything, you know. Except he's been kept in the dark about this one. When I wasn't chosen for the Heidi Klum shoot, you know, was I upset?
Harry just comes straight out of the stern. Oh, look at his face.
No, I wanted to see him in the underwear. I wanted to see if they looked as good as I. You know, you don't admit a lot of things in life, but before I get in my underwear, I get a spray tan. These boys were a little pale. He was so jealous, I loved it. No lookout is required to spot the German supermodel, who was taller than her security guards.
Oh my God, look at this. Look at her. Not very often that I'm speechless.
When she came down to Bondi expecting to do a photo shoot with 3 lifeguards, she was expecting like a couple of 6 foot plus good looking blokes, and instead she got me and Whippet just looking at our absolute worst.
So we just gonna go fast? Yeah. And then you guys look that way and then just wanna go around?
Put that sloppy wig away. When I walked out, this little American lady, she was like, "Did you get those bruises from trying to save someone's life?" I was saying, "No." Well done.
Lifeguards, Bondi are the best. They're the hottest.
Heidi Klum, one of the boys. Or we could say Mouse, Whippet and Bisho, Victoria's Secret models. Yeah.
What are y'all doing, dude? Why y'all doing this?
This little cup may seem small, but it comes from a small business. One started first day, powered by millions of people, all working to help you exactly what you want. And that's not small things. That's everything.
Your parents just feed you people? I have a few heads in my fridge right now.
What? What is going on, guys? You're watching Monument, and I'm Simbo. Today we have a pretty intense video for you. Basically what happens is we were playing squads, and this guy...
Y'all stop B-Ray if you do another
first, we
kick
didn't
him.
believe him, but you guys gotta keep watching and see how crazy this gets. Make sure if you haven't yet to like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Also, be sure you guys are safe and being smart during quarantine, and also play lots of Fortnite. One last thing, make sure you keep an eye out for the comment of the day throughout this video, and leave one down below to be picked as our next video's comment. Coming up, guys, is the part where he starts to casually talk about eating people for the first time. It's seriously messed up, and then right after this game, we actually add him to Discord just to see if he's being serious, so keep watching all the way.
Hey, guys, be quiet, be quiet.
Eating people if the coronavirus gets worse.
Eating people? Dude, what? You're not serious.
I mean, I'm already eating them. I'm gonna stock up more.
Turn my mic off again.
Stock up more? What are you doing, bro?
Getting
No way. No way.
Well, I think, you know, with the virus and stuff, I don't know how safe is it to eat them, but probably will, you know, keep them in the freezer. Just disinfect them first. Then delay them.
What? What do you mean you're gonna eat people? Like, actually? That's murder, bro. So, dude, how long you been a cannibal for? What the heck?
All my life.
Dude, seriously? Like, your parents just feed you people or something?
I have a few heads in my fridge right now.
What? You have a few heads? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we like to make head stuff.
Dude, what the heck? You guys prefer heads compared to the rest of, like, the human?
No, I mean, I think the thigh is the best, but the head we use it for stuff.
That's really messed up, bro.
Where do you live?
I live like in the United States. What about you?
No, specifically, I want to know your address.
Dude, I'm not gonna give you my address. What the heck, bro? You trying to eat me?
No. Well, now that you know my secret, you kind of have to, you know.
Bro, what? Dude, I don't know about eating people. Like, do you like find people and then eat? Like, are they already dead or like what, dude?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me. That kind of leads me to believe that it was the former, not the latter.
It depends. Sometimes they're dead already, but sometimes they're just injured. So.
Oh, so you just put them out of their misery? Oh wow. So you think what you're doing is like right? Sometimes?
Most of the time.
That's pretty messed up, dude. Is it just like you and your parents, or like does everyone in your family eat people?
My sister is vegan.
Oh, she's a vegan. Oh, that's good.
Yep. She doesn't like human.
You ever thought about
you know, with the overpopulation.
Wait, so you just keep them in the freezer or something?
Yeah, that's how you keep the meat fresh.
You have a freezer full of people, bro? That's messed up. What the heck?
You know those big freezers, kind of like the ice cream freezer? Do you have it at home?
Yeah, I got a big chest freezer, yeah.
Yep, something like that.
Bro, what on earth, dude? Wait, so tell me then, do you like make sandwiches out of them, or like just like everything, bro? Like what?
I like the steak the best. Sandwich is okay.
Dude, what the heck? There's no way.
Is the FBI gonna show up at my door now?
Yeah, I don't know where you live or anything, but dude, that's crazy. What the heck? So right after that, I decided to add him to Discord and see if he was actually serious about eating people, or if that was just a joke. His replies were gut-wrenching. I asked, hey man, you don't actually eat people, right? He said, well, I can't say honestly that I don't eat people. No, you would too if you were starving. That's seriously messed up, dude. What the heck? You cannot be serious. At this point, if he's being serious, I'm outright disgusted, but I really don't think he's being honest. I am serious. The taste is so much better than anything I've ever had before. You don't understand. Ew, guys, what the heck is wrong with this guy? I said, I don't understand and I don't want to understand. He said, how about this? I'll invite you over to my house and I'll cook up 3 different steaks. And you tell me which one tastes the best. I know which one you'll choose. Ew, guys, what the heck? I say, no, I'm not gonna come to your house. That's insane. Please hear me out. I'm not a crazy or a creep. I want other people to experience the joys of eating people. You have no idea how great it is. It just tastes so good, he said. I'm getting hungry right now, in fact. Guys, this guy is absolutely insane. I don't even know what to do. I decided that I really should see if he's telling the truth, so I keep asking questions. Don't forget to watch all the way to the end, guys. This gets really intense. Do you really have people, like, in your freezer or something? Where do you even get the people? This has got to be, like, murder. I mean, like,
I have a guide that gets me the stuff. I don't really know where it comes from, but I know it's always clean. I don't know. Why should anything be legal or illegal, really? It's the same as cows. I said, no, it's not the same as cows, bro. What the heck? What is wrong with you? He said, nothing. It's natural. Trust me when I say that when you run out of food because of the coronavirus, you're gonna wish you had this much meat. I'm like, I mean, the coronavirus is serious and stuff, but I don't think anyone's gonna run out of food because of it. You're seriously crazy, dude. I can't even believe this right now. Why? Just try it. Come over. I'll come to you. Where do you live? And then he said, my parents own a deli, and have ever since I was little. They would feed me people sandwiches, and it's been my favorite thing ever since. Oh my gosh, guys. I cannot believe what I'm hearing from this guy. This is crazy stuff right here. I don't know if he's being serious yet or just messing with me. Like, your parents owned a deli? I really hope they didn't sell people sandwiches to unsuspecting people. I don't want to talk about that. What the heck? Your parents didn't sell people sandwiches, did they? He said, I don't want to talk about that. I said, oh my gosh, does that mean they did? I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna go. And then guys, at this point, I actually think I have a friend that has played with him before, so I messaged them about it, and they actually know him and grew up in the same town as this guy. Keep watching, you won't want to miss this. I said, yo, my friend said, hey Simba, what's up, dude? I said, do you know that guy, Edamame Slay? I think you told me you played Fortnite with him? Yeah, but honestly, I tried not to. Lol. We grew up in the same town, and he's a super creepy guy. I say, wow, what? You grew up in the same town? He said, yeah, he was a few years older than me, so I never really talked to him that much. But yeah, his parents owned a business there, and they were kind of the only sandwich shop in our tiny town. I said, bro, do you know that he claims to be a freaking cannibal? He's like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm talking about him telling me this. This is where I sent him a screenshot of what that guy sent me, and he starts to freak out like crazy, guys. He says, oh my gosh, you need to block him right now. This is wrong. I think I know what happened now. I said, what do you mean, dude? He said, okay, if what he's saying is true, I think we have to call the FBI. When we were growing up, people in our town would randomly go missing. We only had a population of about 120 or so, but in 2010, it dropped to like 97. That's about how many people went missing. Everyone just always assumed that they left the town and never came back, which did happen from time to time. No one could ever pin the disappearances on anyone, but they did for some reason have a suspicion of the Deli family. No arrests were ever made though. Guys, this is absolutely insane. And then I said, yo, what the heck? He said, you didn't tell him anything about yourself, right? I said, no, I think I'm gonna be okay. Do you think he still lives in that same town? He says, no, they moved away a long time ago. Almost right after they got investigated, actually. Now I think I know why. Dude, we have to call someone or do something. We cannot just let these guys get away with this if it's true. And at this point, guys, I messaged him back to try and see if the story adds up. Here is what he said. Before I get into it, guys, the comment of the day is from KMC Jury 14, and they said, let's play Truth or Dare. I dare you to feature me in a video. Literally, guys, Gumbo and I read every single comment, so make sure you leave one right now, and we might feature you in the next video. Now, I responded to this guy saying, I know where you grew up. Your parents had to move away because of what they did, didn't they? He said, how did you know that? Who are you? Seriously, tell me where you live right now. I've told you way too much. I said, I'm not going to tell you where I live, but you need to be honest with me right now. Are your parents responsible for making all those people disappear? And then he clearly gets a little bit mad and says, grr, I'm not going to tell you anything. I said, tell me now, I'm going to show everything you said to me and show the FBI, and they'll open the case anyways. You might even go down with your parents. He said, you're a liar. I don't believe you. How do you even know all this stuff? I said, because I know someone that grew up in your town, and they told me everything. He said, leave me alone. But yes, my parents may have been a part of that. I said, wow, a part of that? Don't tell me there are more of you. And he said, it's a really big community. Not talked about very often is all. I'm telling you, you should try it. I said, oh my gosh, dude, there's something seriously wrong with you, and I'm gonna turn you in. And he said, trust me, you don't want to do that. And then right afterwards, he blocked me, and I haven't heard from him since. But trust me, guys, we're going to send everything we have to the authorities, and hopefully we get this guy. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe with notifications on so that you never miss an upload. Also, let us know the last thing you guys ate for dinner, and please don't say that it was a human. We hope you guys have a really good quarantine. Don't forget to play tons of Fortnite, and we'll see you on the next video.
like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds and watch this video until the end, or this will be in your garage tonight.
What is going on, guys? It's Simbo here with Monument, and in this video, I'm going to share with you a disturbing series of events that unfolded when talking with this creepy grandpa. He isn't just creepy anymore, but borderline a serious stalker. It's been a crazy ride up to this point, guys. Also, guys, we noticed over 80% of you aren't subscribed yet, so make sure you do that right now. Now, for those of you that didn't watch part 1 of this, essentially, one of our friends told us about this creepy guy that had been messaging her on Discord, and so we decided to add him ourselves on a fake account and see if he does the same thing to us. Spoiler alert, he did. We got a bit of information, like his name and his age, which meant I was able to look him up and get some information about him. Let me tell you guys, what I found was pretty creepy and a little bit disturbing. But then things took a drastic turn for the worst when our friend messages us again and lets us know that she thinks that she is being followed. Make sure you watch until the very end of the video, guys. You cannot imagine what happens next. I began my research by simply typing his name into Google, and to my surprise, many people share his name, which made it a bit difficult to pinpoint who exactly this guy is. I continued my search and eventually stumbled upon an article that reads, "A tragic kidnapping leads to no arrest, one suspect in custody." I click on the link to the article and continue reading, only to find that the suspect that was in custody at the time shared a name with our creepy grandpa. I continued reading, and they unfortunately were unable to convict the suspect on any charges, and so he was let go. This was about 10 years ago, apparently. In the hopes that the county saved records of this incident, I looked up this guy's name to see if they have a picture, since we knew what this creepy grandpa already looked like. What I found may have been my worst discovery yet. The picture and record of the incident 10 years ago showed the same guy that sent our friend disturbing messages. After coming to this realization, I wanted to find out what had happened to the kidnapping victim. I went back to read the other article. The victim was an 18-year-old girl, and whoever had kidnapped her found her in an online chat room. And from the article, he apparently seemed very normal at first, until he started asking for pictures and where she lives. Unfortunately, in this case, she let the person know where she lived and was later the same day reported missing by her parents and had never been seen again. This all happened 10 years ago, before people were fully aware of the dangers of online chat rooms, and also before law enforcement had means to finding these people via their online presence. It was almost immediately after finding this information that my friend messaged me again and said, "Simbo, something is very wrong. I think someone's been following me." I replied, "Have you called the police? How do you know someone has been following you?" She said, "I did call the police. They came and gathered a description of him and left, saying they'd keep an eye out. But Simbo, this is the same guy that messaged me the other day. He looks identical to the picture he sent, and now I don't know what to do." This was a shock. And now I actually believed my friend was in danger, so I told her, "You need to lock your doors and windows right now." I found information from this guy 10 years ago suggesting this guy may have been a kidnapper, where he found his victim in an online chat room. I think you may need to call the police back and ask them to actually monitor your house or something. But then she messaged me this, a screenshot from her Discord, showing a user saying, "Hey cutie, why don't you come outside?" This was a different Discord account than before, but we know who it is at this point. She replied to him, "You need to leave me alone. I'm calling the police right now." The person said, "Oh, there is no need for that. We are friends, remember? I just want to hang out with you." At this point, we are both freaking out. My friend is home alone tonight, and when she tried to call the police on her cell phone, she just got a busy signal. She said, "I don't want to be friends with you. You're a kidnapper. Leave me alone." Following this, the messages from him stopped. He didn't reply to her. And then it happened. She was added by another Discord account, but it was using one of her friend's icons and usernames, so she accepted it. As soon as she accepts this friend request, she was bombarded with messages saying, "I see you, I see you, I see you." She tries to block the person, but her Discord won't stop the messages from coming through. She even tried closing Discord, but nothing is working. At this point, she is freaking out and runs to lock every door and window in her house. She starts with the upstairs, since that is where her bedroom is, and makes her way around before moving towards her downstairs. As she's halfway down the stairs, she gets a chill that rushes down her spine. What she sees is her front door is cracked open, just enough that her front porch light is shining through, and the entire downstairs is pitch black. She stands there frozen until her senses kick back in, and she rushes back to her bedroom and locks the door. She then tells me everything that just happened before sending me the following messages that were sent to her. "Why don't you just come outside? I'm not gonna hurt you. This can all just go away and we can be friends again. You're making me angry. Don't make me come in there. I'm going to find you." I tell her, "I think you need to try calling the police again." To which she replied, "It's still giving me a busy signal. Call them for me. My address is..." I give the police a call, but I'm routed to my local 911, which is several hundred miles away from my friend. I tell them what's going on, and then they tell me they'll alert the local authority. Guys, this is about to get absolutely insane, so make sure you stick around all the way to the end to find out what happens. I tell my friend, hey, police are on the way, but they don't know how long. She replied, they need to hurry. I just feel like he's already inside. At this point, I didn't hear from my friend for several hours. Her Discord went offline. I've been sitting here waiting for any reply, hoping for the best and assuming the worst. The police were unable to give me any update whatsoever. Then I see that she's typing. It seems like it's forever before a message finally pops up. What I read sends me through a roller coaster of emotion. It said, it's all done now. The first thing that I thought of was, why did it take so long to type 4 words? Then I asked what she meant. I said, he's gone? Did the police come? What's going on? No, it's done now. You can come out. I'm now questioning my friend's sanity. Why is she responding this way? But then it dawned on me. This may not be my friend. Who is this? We're here to help. Just come out. I now fully believe that this is the man that had been stalking my friend. I said, what is done now? What did you do with Macy? Then I got another message saying, you can come out now. I'm beyond confused at this point and just want answers. My friend may have been seriously hurt, and this maniac is saying things that don't even make sense. I start to get the feeling that this is all just some sick joke. What if my friend is actually just messing with me? I respond with, okay, I'm done. Talk to you later, just to see if I can get somewhere with this. But then, I don't get a message for another 45 minutes or so. The chat shows up typing, and typing, and typing for a very long time. I finally get a message, and it's my friend. She explains to me that there was absolutely someone in her house, and that it was actually just the police. She doesn't know why her front door was open, and neither do the police. But then I ask her what the messages were about that she sent, but she didn't seem to know what I was talking about. I show her the messages that were sent, and we both decide that maybe it was just one of the police officers that went to her room that messaged those to me, in hopes that maybe I had contact with her still or something. She tells me that the last time that she messaged me, right after that, she ran and hid in the crawl space that is in her closet because she was certain she heard someone in her house. She waited in there for a long time before finally taking a peek out of the crawl space. She sees red and blue flashing lights in her window and takes a huge sigh of relief. This is all over now. She knows that she's safe. She gets out of the crawl space and heads towards the front door when she's greeted by a police officer that had been waiting for her. The police officer says, "Are you okay? We've been looking for you. There was in fact a man outside of your house. We need you to identify him before we can take him. Can you do that for us?" She said, "Yeah, I can do that." As they were walking to the car, she sees the man sitting in the back, except he's staring at her. His eyes are wide open and his mouth is agape, just staring at her. She can't seem to stop making eye contact with the man. She tells the officer right away that this is the man, and she asks if she can go back inside now. He agrees and follows her in. He assures her that this man will be taken to jail and that she may have to testify in court. Later on, she finds out that this man actually lives in an entire different state, and he must have traveled all this way just to try and abduct her. She tells me, the way he looked at me, I just don't know if I'll ever be able to sleep again without seeing his face. Today's comment of the day is from Phoenix YT. He says, well, I got a joke. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'll be your friend if you put me in the vid too. So guys, if you want to be featured in the next video, make sure you leave a comment down below. But guys, that's not the end of this. Now that my friend was out of the immediate danger, I did more research to find out any more that I could about this guy. It turns out that he was actually convicted of a trial a long time ago, and he even served 10 years in prison for it, which is where he will likely go back now. There aren't a ton of details as to what exactly happened, but it had to do with another stalking and kidnapping. Except in this case, it was an entirely different country. I really hope that my friend learned to never talk to people online like this again, because you just never know who people are until they show up at your house. My friend messages me and lets me know that she's doing alright now. Her parents came home and felt terrible for leaving her there to deal with this herself, and then she got grounded for talking to weirdos online, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. It's crazy, because no one ever expects to be the victim of something like this, but you always have to be prepared and remember to be smart. Who knows what would have happened if my friend walked downstairs, opened the front door to see if someone was out there. That's why it's always important to listen to your instincts and be smart. Who would have thought that this all started from playing a harmless duo game with some random and then adding him on Discord? This clearly could have happened to anybody. So guys, let me tell you, if you ever have a creepy person messaging you on Discord, it may just be best to change your name and move out of the country forever. Also, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss an upload from us. Peace. Like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, or this will be in your closet tonight. What's up, guys? You're watching Monument, and I'm Simbo, and I seriously messed up, guys. I made such a huge mistake, and as you can see from the title, this stalker actually left me a secret box on my door, and in this video, I'm going to show you everything they sent me. It's so disturbing, and you need to watch this video all the way to the end, because maybe you can help me figure out what the heck to do about it. Before we get too far into it though, guys, double check that you're subscribed with notifications turned on, because we just hit 100,000 subscribers and we are blasting off to 1 million, and we want each and every one of you to be known as an OG fan of Monument HD. Also, leave a like if you haven't already, it really does help support the channel. And lastly, the 2 Battle Pass winners from last video are right here on the screen, so both of you make sure to DM the @MonumentHD Twitter, and we'll get you guys the Battle Pass. Now guys, there is so much information to catch you up on about this creepy stalker, and I'm going to start from the very beginning. And seriously though, this is so creepy that whoever it is actually left me a phone number to call, and you have to listen to what happened later in this video. It makes me almost sick, guys. It's so creepy. But basically, I was messaging Gumbo one night and he decided to get off and go to bed, but then about 2 hours later, I get a friend invite on Discord, and it looks exactly like Gumbo's account. So I actually accepted it for some reason, because really I just assumed someone was messing with me, but they actually tricked me and said, "Hey dude, lol, sorry for adding you again. I'm locked out of my other account for some reason." And guys, this is where I seriously messed up. I believed this person right away, and trust me, that will literally never happen again after this. I definitely learned my lesson, but keep watching because I mess up even worse here in a minute. It's so bad. But anyways, I replied and said, "Oh, no problem, lol. I thought you were going to bed though." And fake Gumbo replied saying, "I couldn't sleep, and then I realized that I was supposed to send you something that I found online yesterday as a surprise." And I was like, "Oh sweet, Gumbo's probably gonna send me a Lamborghini or something. How silly of him." No, I'm just kidding, but I did actually fall for this, and I said, "Oh, okay, well send it to me. I love surprises, bro." And fake Gumbo replied saying, "What's your address again? I didn't save it since last time." And this is exactly when I should have known something was up, but in my head, I do remember sending Gumbo my address a couple of times, and I just assumed he meant his phone didn't save it or something. And so I literally sent this fake Gumbo my address, guys. I know, it's so embarrassing, and obviously at the time I didn't know it was a fake Gumbo, but this is definitely the dumbest thing I've ever done. But anyways, what happens next is ultra creepy. Fake Gumbo just literally stopped responding after that, and so I ignored it, and I figured he just fell back asleep or something. But then the next day, I got a message from real Gumbo, and he said, "Hey dude, what's up?" And this is when I realized what I did the night before, and my heart sank. But I messaged Gumbo, and I hoped that it was actually just like a prank or something. And I said, "Bro, please tell me that you just got back onto this Discord account." And he replied saying, "What? What are you talking about?" And so I called Gumbo right away to see if he was messing with me or something, and that's actually why I recorded the call, because deep down I wanted to believe that he was just pranking me or something, and so I decided to record it. But this is what he actually ended up saying right here. Dude, Gumbo. Hey. Okay, so that wasn't you on an alt account last night after you went to bed? You're an alt account. That you're not messing with me at all. Like, you have to be serious with me right now. Like,
I'm 100% dead serious. What happened? What are you talking about?
Dude, I gave someone, they said that they got locked out of your account because I thought it was you, but I gave them my address, dude.
What? Why did you do that? That's so dumb.
I know. I gotta go. I gotta go figure this out. I gotta go.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Okay, let me
Bye.
know.
So clearly Gumbo is not messing with me at this point. Like, he wouldn't lie to me like that, especially with how creeped out I was. So then, guys, basically right after this, I was super nervous and stressed out for a bit, but nothing ended up actually happening for a while. Like, nothing came to my house or anything like that. It had been like 2 weeks, and I started to think everything was actually going to be okay. And so I decided to just forget about it and never mention that it happened again. But then, guys, something showed up on my doorstep as I got home from the grocery store one night, and as you saw in the thumbnail, that's the real picture I took when I got home. I was almost too afraid to even touch the thing because it was like literally wet. It didn't even rain or anything, so I knew something was in there and that it had spilled or something. I was like super ready to puke at even the thought of what could be in there. Like, just look at how creepy that thing is, guys. But honestly, I was not prepared for what was inside. Again, guys, make sure to keep watching because they gave me a number to call, and you will not believe what happens after I show you everything they sent me in the box. So first thing I saw when I opened the box was this candle right here. It literally had been used, and so I think that was even more confusing, and it only gets worse from here, except for this person did actually send me a bag of cashews, which was pretty lit. They're like my favorite thing ever. Not necessarily the honey ones like this, I just like the salted ones, but I'm getting a little distracted here. And the next thing I saw on the box was a dog collar and a leash. Like, they're a real dog collar and a leash, and they were not brand new. They definitely belonged to this person's dog, and so this might have creeped me out more than anything else, and like, they didn't leave a description as to why they sent it or anything. And also, there was like a wet rag. It literally smelled so freaking bad, guys. It was definitely way more wet before I got home. Like, this thing was sitting outside for a while, just soaking everything in the box. So nothing would surprise me at this point, except for what I found next. At the very bottom, there was a letter, and it says Simbo with a heart on the front. And luckily, when I open up the letter, it didn't have a bunch of cut up characters like I was going to be followed by the Zodiac Killer or something. That would have been pretty bad, but it was actually a pretty awesome piece of fan mail at first, and I'm going to read it to you guys here, and then I'm going to call the number at the bottom of the paper to talk to this person. So stick around for that. The letter said, "Hey Simbo, I absolutely love your content and how you expose all these creepers and make the world a better place. I just wanted to send you these things as a token of my appreciation because I've been watching you for a while and I know these are all things you can use to help you keep doing such a good job. I'm one of your biggest fans and it would mean the world to me if you would send me a letter back and sign your name, or really if you just leave a letter on your doorstep some night, I can come find it and take it from you. Now that I know where you live, heart." And this is only the start of the letter, guys. Hang on while I read the rest of it because it gets so freaking creepy. The rest of the letter said, "But anyways, I was also hoping that maybe we could play a duo on Fortnite sometime because I know that you're like one of the best players ever. And also, I noticed that you leave your light on a lot in your office at night, and I can see right through the blinds. You might want to close those just in case some creeper can see in there at night or is watching you or something. Like, duh, you're the creeper." But anyways, they said, "Just so you know, and by the way, I specially made that candle for you, so if it smells a little different than you'd expect, just know that I made it out of my love for you, Simbo. I hope that's not too weird to say, your biggest fan." And it was signed with just the letter L. And then it had a number at the bottom of the letter, guys, so I was ready to give it a call, and this is what happened. Make sure you keep watching after the call, because it's not what you'd expect, and I have some information to tell you about the person that sent me this you're going to want to hear.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail box of L. If this is Simbo, thank you so much for calling, and I am eternally sorry for missing your call. I love you and Gumbo so much that I would do anything for you, and the fact that I would disgrace you and Gumbo by missing your call pains me so much. I know that this seems weird, but if you leave me a message and want me to come by your place later today, I can be there in a jiffy. So just let me know and I'll be right there. I love you, Simbo. Goodbye.
And so basically right after this, I was like terrified of what was going to happen next. Like, this person literally knows where I live and is obviously some type of mega super creepy fan or something. So first of all, like, before anything, I just want to say thanks again for the 100,000 of you that are just regular fans of Monument HD. And don't try to show up at my doorstep like this person. And secondly, basically what I did right after this is I went to the police station the next day and I gave them the box and filed a report on everything that happened. And they told me that this happened 6 months ago to another guy in my town that does YouTube, and that he reported basically the exact same thing, except for nothing ever happened after that. So they just assume that I'm going to be totally okay, which I kind of trust them, but honestly I'm still a little scared. They did recommend that I got security cameras though, and I already installed like 5 of those myself, so I'm pretty safe and stuff now, but it's still just so creepy that this even happened, and I hope nothing like this ever happens again, guys. And honestly, one last thank you for 100,000 subscribers. Gumbo and I appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Just remember, don't talk to strangers or give people your freaking address like me. Peace out. Like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds or this won't be in your closet tonight. What's up guys? You're watching Monument and I'm Simbo, and in today's video, me and my hacker friend actually got into this Fortnite Predator's phone and we got to see some of the crazy and disgusting messages and pictures that he had been sending to people that he meets on Fortnite. This dude is like upwards of 50 years old, so it's super gross. It's actually really complicated how we managed to pull it off, but don't worry because I'm going to explain everything. Then I'm even going to show you all of the screenshots my friend took of his screen, and even the short video we recorded of his front-facing camera when we turned on his microphone to tell him that he's been exposed. He freaks out so bad, he throws his phone across the room, which is pretty hilarious. And real quick though guys, before we get into it, double check that you're subscribed with notifications turned on so that you never miss an upload, and be sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already, and leave us a comment down below for your chance of being featured in the next video like these viewers did here. So to get you guys caught up on what happened, basically this entire thing started when we found out about a guy that has been asking for Fortnite players' phone numbers after they play a duo. He would then start messaging them some pretty creepy things, and they were just straight up inappropriate at some points. And we'll actually show you guys all of the screenshots that we managed to take off of his phone without him even knowing. It's actually pretty crazy that we were able to pull this off, so make sure you keep watching and drop a like on this video. But also, we didn't even have to trick this guy into adding us or anything. All that I had to do was actually start texting him as if we had played a duo game before, and he fell for it right away. Now, I don't know how much you guys know about hacking into phones, but I pretty much know nothing about it. Although I do have a friend that knows a ton about hacking, and he helped me devise a plan for getting this guy exposed. He said the first thing I had to do is obviously gain this guy's trust a little bit and send him to a website that my friend set up that would actually allow the creeper to download a fake app that I tell him about, and this would give my hacker friend access to almost everything on his phone. So I'm going to show you guys the conversation I had with this creeper first, and trust me, it gets wicked creepy, and after that, I'm going to show you everything my friend was sending me that he could manage to snag from this guy's phone. He said that it was a little bit tricky, but what he did manage to get was super messed up. So I messaged this guy and said, "Hey, how are you, smiley face?" And he responded saying, "Oh, hey, I'm good, and you?" I replied saying, "I'm great. Heart, did you want to play some more Fortnite later?" And this guy replied saying, "I'd love to play more Fortnite. Are you the cutie from earlier?" And this got me thinking that he like gave some girl his phone number or something, and that he was expecting her to message him, but I think she made the right decision and stayed really far away from this guy. But I replied and said, "Yep, that's me, don't make me blush." Now, I think this guy is really gullible, so I'm actually going to try and get him to go to the website like right away that my friend set up, so that we can get him exposed. And so before he could even reply to what I said, I sent him a message saying, "Oh hey, by the way, I think you'd really like what I'm working on, Winky Face. It's an app for friends like you and me. You should totally go check it out. It's at..." And he replied saying, "Wow, thanks, Winky Face. I love apps for friends." Which I laughed at because this dude has no idea what I'm talking about. And to be honest, neither do I, but it definitely worked because only a few minutes later I got a message from my friend saying, "I'm in ... which apparently is like a meme that hackers say as soon as they break into something, so that's funny. But anyways, I asked him how long until you can get everything we need to expose this guy. And he replied saying, "It won't be that long, but I know you want to scare him, so send me a recording of you saying that you're going to expose him, and I can play it on his speaker while I record his front-facing camera." Which, first of all, when he sent me this, I realized just how scary using our phones are. If it was just as simple as sending this guy a link to download a fake app. But before we do the recording, the guy responds to me and says, my phone is like freaking out saying it's a virus, but I downloaded it and nothing is working. And I replied and said, "Oh, sorry, since it's so new, your phone doesn't trust it yet. Give it like 15 minutes and your phone will trust the app after it runs some more scans and we'll be good to go." And he replied saying, "Okay." So guys, this is what happened when my friend started messaging me. Apparently he was able to get screenshots of everything the guy was looking at on his phone at the time. And he even got the full messenger logs, which is pretty awesome, but I'm only going to show you some of the conversations this guy was having with random people that he met on Fortnite. And just look at what he named some of these. It's so messed up, and I'm glad we can send this all in and get him exposed. So this one, he just got a message back from some random girl he met on Fortnite, and she said, "I'm blocking you now." And when you see what he sent before that, he said, "Just come over and we can have a Fortnite date in real life. I'll even make you a chug jug drink. I'm the best at it. There's no reason for you to be acting like this. We are best Fortnite friends, and even though we just met, I know we can have a lot of fun together." Like, ew. What the heck? No wonder this girl blocked him though. He didn't even try to respond to her after that, so I'm going to guess that he is used to getting rejected. But look at some of the other creepy messages this guy has been sending. And these next two, like, no one even responded. And I know you guys want to see the recording of this guy that we got, so just watch these and I'll show you that right after this. So in the screenshot, he said, "Hey baby, listen, I know we just met, but you should trust me and we should totally hang out and play Fortnite together. It's not weird if we're just gonna play Fortnite. Like, I don't understand why you're making this so difficult. It really is easy." And he said to another girl, "Hey, you know those like golf movies where the guy shows the girl how to swing a golf club? Well, I could show you how to crank some 90s, if you know what I mean." And the girl didn't respond to this one either, and actually when I read this one, I busted up laughing because this dude is clueless. But anyways, guys, here's the video we managed to get of this guy. I'm sorry that it's super dark. Like, this dude was definitely chilling in like his room or something, just being a total creep. I asked my friend if he was able to get any other pictures though of this guy off of his phone, and I don't know if it's him, but I'll show you guys after this recording.
Man, if you can hear me, you're exposed, bro. Okay, we hacked your phone. It's done. We have all the evidence we need. You need to stop messaging people that you find on Fortnite. Dude, it's super messed up. We're gonna expose you right now. I'm literally gonna send all of this in right now. You are done.
Okay guys, so that was pretty awesome, but like, we didn't clearly see his face, but we did actually get a picture off of his phone, and it might be him. It also doesn't show his face either, but like, clearly this guy has some issues, and I think he probably even sent these to someone at one point, which is like really weird. Also though, stick around because I hop into a call with Gumbo, and I show him one last thing that you guys are not going to want to miss. It's so creepy, and we don't know what it means, but I found it deep in the archives of his phone, encrypted, entitled, "Do not look at this." So of course, we looked at it, and take a look at this conversation with Gumbo here, and seriously watch to the end because we find something so bad. Bro, we got it all, man.
You got it? Like, it actually worked?
Yes, like all of it. Everything we could have imagined.
Bro,
It was perfect.
let me see it. What'd you find?
Okay, so first of all, I got like a bunch of screenshots of the messages that he was sending to people, which are super creepy. But what I want to show you is the picture that we got of his face. Like, I was worried because the recording that we got of him, like of his actual front-facing camera, it was too dark to see his face. But like, look at this picture right here.
What the heck? What's on his face?
I think it's soap.
It's soap.
Yeah.
It's literally soap.
Dude, like, it's super weird, isn't it?
Yo, he looks spooky.
Like, this is the only like front-facing picture on his phone.
Who has that? Look at his teeth too. They're like sharp.
Yeah, like this is definitely like some old dude. It's so creepy. I don't know.
This is disgusting, dude. What else? What else is there?
Dude, okay, so here's this picture here. I'm just gonna let you, like,
what? Is that a map?
It's like a predator map.
What? Dig here? Is that what that says?
It does say dig here. I don't know why.
That's horrifying.
What would he have buried?
What are arrows? It's like along a road and then this like random dirt road and says dig here and circle.
Dude, in the file name, it said do not open.
That's something that definitely should be open.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we open.
Either like, I wonder if there's a way to like actually figure out this location so you can tell the FBI or something.
Maybe.
That's so creepy. Dig here. It seems like he hasn't like. That's like where he's planning on putting something, you know?
Yeah, but like, it's like a question mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question mark.
It's like, why? I don't know. It's really weird. But there's one more picture. I think it kind of ties in to this picture, which is like extra creepy. But look at this one right here.
I don't know what I want to see. It's a pool.
Why is it blurred out? I don't know. It's like there's a bunch of trash in a pool, but then it's like blurred out in one area, like really poorly blurred out.
Yeah, why would that be blurred out?
I don't know.
What? It's like, it looks like a pool that's being cleaned.
Yeah.
It looks like a, look at the building on the left. It looks like a community pool or something.
Oh, you're actually kind of right. Like with the stuff, it's definitely not like a house.
Yeah. I want to know what's so red in that blur. That's kind of creepy.
I don't know if I want to.
I don't want to think about that, honestly. The whole dig here map thing.
Dude.
Okay. This is so creepy, dude. His creepy face, a map to something buried, and this like cool picture. I'm not sure about this.
Well, we're gonna get him exposed. Like, I'm gonna report him right now. Like, he's done. Like, he was messaging people he should not have been. Like, dude, it's really messed up. And obviously, we know like everything about him now, except for what he looks like. Apparently, I wish we would have taken a picture of his face, but all we got is Soap Man.
I'm fine with just Soap Man.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see this guy's face, but I'm gonna get him reported. I think we'll be okay. I'm actually gonna send them these pictures too.
Yeah, save those forever. Literally, that might be important someday. And that sounds terrible.
It's awful, but we got this guy, and it was so funny. He literally threw his phone across the room. Okay, guys, I've got this guy reported, and he's definitely going to be going to jail. I hope to see you guys on the next video. Peace out.